Inscape, the way in. The poet Gerard Manley Hopkins introduced the concept of inscape to the English language. It's a word that he coined to indicate our access to the beautiful and to the profound, the way into allowing the mind to rest naturally. Scholars tell me Hopkins keyed on this concept from the work of the poet and philosopher Duns Scotus, who is another of my favorite poets. I can't say that I agree with most scholars of Hopkins as to their interpretation of what Hopkins meant by the word inscape. I have my own understanding, and I'm going to use that here. Inscape to me is a natural sign, a signal in the midst of our busy life of distractions that gets our attention, flags us down, and carries us within to rest in the nature of the mind, however briefly. And that momentary rest is crucial to us. Another way to phrase this is that an inscape is the sign or signature of the beautiful, a sign that catches the eye. For example, on a nature walk, when I finally get outside of my busy day and I try to relax, it takes me some time. An inscape is that sign or bit of beauty that first catches my eye and pulls me or carries me out of my distraction, my daily busyness, and into the spatialness of the moment. Immediately I slow down or calm down and find rest in that beauty. I'm suddenly more at peace, beyond the rush of time once again. In a way, I'm free. I call these avenues, or these ways within, inscapes, as I believe Hopkins did. I use the example of a nature walk to illustrate inscape at work. But we search out inscapes wherever we are and in whatever we do. Without these instantaneous moments of rest, without some beauty, I don't believe we could go on. These nanosecond events are essentially timeless connections to the true nature of the mind, which is beyond time. So it's like hooking up with eternity, even if it's for a moment. We get true rest that way. I even attempt to create inscapes in language as I write here. Inscapes are our way inside this instant, through the particular here and the now, and thus beyond time, into a moment of pure rest. I call it the vertical dimension. The horizontal is our linear life story. This vertical represents the inner dimensions that we can achieve. For example, every sentence tells a story, reading from left to right, from the first to the last word. But along the way, the combination of words, pitched one against another in the sentence, creates peaks and valleys of attention, of awareness. These can be inscapes. These can be ways into the timeless aspect of that moment. Inscapes are designed, like pit stops at a raceway, to attract or flag us down along the horizontal or linear line of our life and guide us within to allow the mind to rest, however briefly. The mind is not limited to rest in only naps or in sleep at night, but much more so in these briefest of moments through inscapes of beauty that undistract us into the experience of pure rest. We need escape by inscape, and heaven knows we need the rest. These inscape moments are nothing new to any of us. We find and use them all the time to get essential rest, or else we'd go nuts. it's helpful to become aware of what we are already naturally doing. Inscapes are an integral part of what's called Vipassana, insight meditation, where this concept of looking directly at the nature of the mind is learned and practiced. Of course, I, like you, have made use of Inscape moments all my life. However, it was only when I began to consciously practice them through close-up and macro photography that I first learned to look through these moments instead of just at them. Their effect was compounded by iteration and focused concentration until I began to see through the object I was photographing and look instead at the true nature of the mind itself. And that's where all the rest there is. These moments catch our eye or catch our ear, and in a nanosecond deconstruct our distraction and supplement life with space and expanded time in which we can then dwell. And that's the point, to render the mind openly at rest.